Well, this is the silliest thing, but for that exact reason I felt compelled to share. If y'all recall, this is the valve that was leaking pretty bad at my last test, and I was pretty frustrated by that, because I had said, none of the other valves were leaking, all these were fine, and I'd been through and made repairs for other leaks, and then, I get all the pipe leaks fixed, which are common enough, and then the valve was leaking, and I couldn't figure out where or why. And luckily I didn't go through and cut the thing out and replace it with a brand new one. I was actually at Lowe's and was looking at the brand new one, and I was trying to actually investigate how, why this valve was different from this valve, because they're both orbit valves. They both, I think, they both cost almost exactly the same, and I couldn't figure out what the even difference was, why they even made two different models. And it got me to thinking why this one had these screws in it. Well, it's got screws in it so you can take it apart, so you can service it. These things are actually designed, they can be rebuilt and serviced. You can get the diaphragms and everything. Well, I don't know if you can readily get them through orbit, but the thing is designed such that it can be taken apart and put back together. Well, so is this one. The way it comes apart is this top portion here just threads off, just a left turn, left standard thread, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So I figured, well, before I buy a new one and replace it, I'll go home and I'll just see if that thing isn't loose. And by God, if it was, I came back here tonight and I just I gave it a little torque with my hand, and it turned, oh, maybe 1/8 of a turn. Not a whole lot, but it turned easy by my hand. And then I threw a pair of pliers on it and, got a real good bite, and I cranked it and I turned it about another, maybe 15 or 20 degrees. About another 1/8 of a turn or so. And it ain't dripping one bit. Not a single drip. I got pressure on the system right now. I've got something dripping over here and right there, and that, I can't even tell. It's such an intermittent, sorry for the camera, I was looking, not paying attention to the phone. It's such an intermittent drip on these. I can't even tell where. Well, there's one. Okay, I knew about that one. Right there. It's just right in this T-fitting, and I can put some of this plaster on it for it, but it's a drip every 10 seconds. The drip of water. I'm not real concerned about that unless it gets worse with time. But for right now, it's not a big deal, and I think that might actually only be the only drip that I have. So, real happy with that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually run the system here. I need to, for sure. I need to put some water on the garden. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and run it for about 30 minutes and do a little bit of manual watering on some other stuff. So I'm happy that it's on. I'm still not gonna leave it with pressure on it without me here to check on it. So I'll turn it off before I go back in the house. But it looks like for right now that's fixed, and it was an easy fix. So if you guys got valves leaking, figure out how to take them apart and fix them and make sure everything's tight. I don't know how it got loose. I guess just getting tossed around in the box or tossed around in the shop. So anyway, it's tight now. It's not leaking. Good deal.